All right, everybody ready? We'll go ahead and get started. We've got two matters on today's hearing. The first is a variance. The second is a code enforcement. So if you're here for the code enforcement, you're in the right place. It's just that's going to take place after our variance and special exception hearing. So welcome to the City of Madeira Beach Variance Special Exception Use Special Magistrate Hearing. My name is Bart Valdez, and I'm the appointed special magistrate to hear today's cases. I'm a practicing attorney and have been a member of the Florida Bar for over 20 years. I've been appointed to this position in accordance and with the authority set forth under Florida law and the City of Madeira Beach Code of Ordinances. It is my role to fairly and objectively review the matters presented today in these variance requests. As such, I would like to advise you of certain matters related to today's proceedings. Today's matters will be heard in the order that they appear on the agenda. At this time, I have read and reviewed the applications with all attachments, any written submissions by anyone having an interest, any timely submitted written objections, and the materials provided by the city staff. In all cases, the hearing will be conducted in the following order. First, we will confirm that public notice has been proper. Second, the city will present its case and staff report, and the applicant may ask questions of the city's representative. Third, the applicant will present his or her case supported by witnesses and evidence, and the city may cross-examine each witness. Next, the public comment will be solicited or received from parties directly affected by the variance. Individuals testifying do not have the right to cross-examine the parties. All public comment shall be limited to 3 minutes per person. Public participation will then be closed. I will deliberate and then make a decision to grant or deny each variance requested in the application. Formal rules of evidence do not apply to this proceeding. However, I will exert every effort to ensure that fundamental fairness is afforded to all parties. After my decision today, I will issue an order. The order will be reduced to writing, and you will be provided with a copy by mail. Therefore, please make sure we have your current address. Additionally, you are advised that I do not have the authority to grant you a building permit. You must still obtain a building permit for any work you intend to do on your property. If you wish to present any information to me today, it is necessary that you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth. Therefore, in just a moment, the city attorney will administer the oath and swear in all witnesses. If you expect to talk to me today during the hearing on your variance, then you will need to rise and be sworn. This includes any members of the public who are directly affected by the variance and may wish to provide public comment. Mr. Trask, can you go ahead and swear everybody in, please?
Yeah, anyone that's going to speak today, if you could stand up, raise your right hand. I need to swear you under oath. You swear the testimony you're about to give is going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Okay, thank you.
All right, the first matter for hearing today is VAR 2023-03 for the property located at 578 Johns Pass Avenue. Is the city ready to proceed?
We are.
Go ahead, Mr. Trask.
Thank you. So I'm going to call as our witness Marcy Forbes. Marcy, if you could state your job responsibilities here, your occupation, your job responsibilities at the city.
Yes, I'm the community development engineer. I'm a registered professional engineer in the state of Florida, and I review permits, variances, and a wide variety of other stuff here. And I was brought on in May of 2023, but prior to that was a subconsultant to the city through an engineering firm and was there with those guys for a little over 2 years. That's Dillon Associates. They were acquired by Trans Systems, and I've been licensed in Florida since 2004.
Thank you. Are you familiar with the application for variance 2023-03?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you going to present the staff's report and recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead then, Marcy.
Okay. So we have the application here for 2023-03. The applicant here is listed as Beach Builders. I'm not sure, Tom, should I go ahead and mention that applicant?
Yes.
So what we're going to do, Beach Builders is the actual contracting firm that is doing the work, and they also submitted as the applicant. However, we need to actually kind of adjust that to be BAB Enterprises, as they are a registered LLC in the state of Florida. But you still have the same representatives. The address is the same, and the Paige Carnes as the contact is the same. So it's just more of a paperwork kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. So the owner is Nicole Carnes. It's at 578 Johns Pass, as previously discussed. Legal description, Crystal Island, second ad, lot 83. And this is R1, single-family residential district, residential urban. The request per the applicant for the variance states, they are requesting front setback to 15 feet from 20 feet to match the existing garage setback of 15 feet. With the cul-de-sac being the way it is on the property, we request the setback be reduced to 15 feet to allow for a usable third bedroom addition. Our rear setback is maxed out and we are maintaining the side setbacks, only requesting 15 feet front setback to allow for better use of the added bedroom." Unquote. The specific code provisions for this are section 110-181, setback requirements: 1, front yard, 20 feet, measured from right-of-way line to the structure. Background. The structure was built in 1964 prior to our current setback requirements. The structure was constructed with the garage portion of the residence 15 feet from the property line. The cul-de-sac creates a curved right-of-way that encroaches into 578 Johns Pass Avenue front yard. The proposed addition would provide for a third bedroom with only a small portion of the addition along the eastern corner of the structure encroaching into the 20-foot setback. Approximately 42 square feet of the proposed bedroom will encroach into the setback. The variance criteria, section 2-507B, and analysis. 1, special conditions and circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, building, or other structures for which the variance is sought and which do not apply generally to the lands, building, or other structures in the same district. Special conditions to be considered shall include, but are not limited to, the following circumstances. A, substandard or irregular shaped lot. If the site involves the utilization of an existing lot that has a unique physical circumstances or conditions, including irregularity of shape, narrowness, shallowness, or the size of the lot is less than the minimum required in the district regulations. B, significant vegetation or natural features if the site contains significant native vegetation or other natural features. C, residential neighborhood character. If the proposed project promotes the established historic or traditional development pattern of a block face, including setbacks, building height, and other dimensional requirements. D, public facilities. If the proposed project involves the development of public parks, public facilities, schools, or public utilities. And finally, E, architectural and/or engineering considerations. If the proposed project utilizes architectural and/or engineering features that would render the project more disaster resistant. Our findings to the above. Substandard or irregular shaped lot. The front property line of the lot is irregular due to the right-of-way from the cul-de-sac. The structure was built prior to the enactment of the current R1 zoning district setback requirements. The lot is approximately around 70 feet in width on the rear and 115 feet in length on the longest side. The property line follows the curve of the cul-de-sac, which decreases the length of the north side of the property to 93 feet. 2, the special conditions and circumstances do not result from the actions of the applicant. A self-created hardship shall not justify a variance. Findings. The hardship of the property line was not created by the applicant. This structure was built in 1964, which was before the R1 zoning district setbacks were implemented. The unusual property line is due to the increase of the right-of-way towards the end of the cul-de-sac. 3, granting the variance will not confer on the applicant any special privilege that is denied to other lands, buildings, or structures in the same zoning district. Findings. Approval of the variance will not grant any special privilege to the property. Most other properties on Johns Pass have rectangular-shaped lots and do not have the encroachment of a cul-de-sac. A variance for a similar request was granted at 499 Johns Pass Avenue, variance 2019-02, and was approved on April 4th, 2019. This property was also located on a cul-de-sac at the opposite end of Johns Pass Avenue. This variance was approved, reducing their front yard setback from 20 feet to 10 feet. 4, literal interpretation would deprive the applicant of rights commonly enjoyed by other properties in the same zoning district under the terms of the Land Development Regulations, subpart B of this code, and would work unnecessary and undue hardship on the applicant. Finding. Literal interpretation of the code would mean the front setbacks would be restricted by the irregularly shaped front property line. This would mean the applicant would not be able to extend the front of the house as far as many of their neighbors. 5, the variance granted is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of the land. Findings. Granting the variance would allow for an additional 11 feet, 3.5 inches by 20 feet, 8.5 inch bedroom, matching the current perimeter of the house. This is a reasonable use of the land. 6, the granting of the variance will be in harmony with the general intent and purpose of the City Land Development Regulations, and that such variance will not be injurious to the area involved or otherwise detrimental to the public welfare. Findings. The proposed bedroom is in harmony with the general intent and purpose of the city land development regulations and will not negatively affect the character of the neighborhood. Staff recommendations. Staff recommends the approval of this variance.
Thank you. I have no other questions for Ms. Forbes, and we don't have any other witnesses to present either today.
All right, Mr. Trask, you want to move into evidence, exhibit number 1 as pages 3 through 22?
Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and accept into evidence as exhibit number 1, pages 3 through 22. Ms. Forbes, tell me the legal name of the applicant. Is BAB LLC? What was the legal name of the applicant?
Yes, it's BAB Enterprises LLC, and I do have a printout of their SunBiz information if you would like that.
Yes, well, let's go ahead and submit that into evidence.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Okay, who's gonna present on behalf of the applicant? All right, come on up, sir, and give me your name, please.
My name's William Carnes, Bill Carnes. I'm the CEO of BAB Enterprises LLC.
All right.
I'm also the father of the applicant. It's my daughter's house, so.
Okay, I see that name there.
Yeah.
Mr. Carnes, I'm sure you're familiar with this process. At this
Many
point in
times.
time, you can ask Ms. Rose, or Ms. Forbes, excuse me, any questions about her testimony. Do you have any questions for her?
I don't. I think she did an excellent job throughout the neighborhood there. The right-of-way is extremely wide in that area there. I think it's over 20 feet, I know, because they just redid the roads, thank God. But there's a really wide right-of-way, so it appears that there's a lot more room than this 15 feet. There's probably 40 feet to the street. So it's not in the sight line, anybody coming and going. I know one of Nicole's neighbor was kind enough directly next door on that side of the house. She's here, and I'm sure she's willing to say that doesn't have any problems with the variance, so.
Okay. Well, hold on, Mr. Carnes, we're kind of jumping ahead here. Is there anything else you want to tell me about this? I think I understand it. Obviously, city staff recommends approval. Anything you want to tell me?
Nothing else.
Mr. Trask, any questions of Mr. Carnes?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Carnes, is there any other witness you'd like to call up at this point in time, or I'll just open it up to public comment in case?
Public comment, I think.
Okay.
For Pat.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Carnes. Just have a
Thank you.
seat, and if I need anything else, I'll give you a call. All right. Seeing that the city has presented its case, the applicant has also presented its case. Go ahead and accept some public comment. So, ma'am, come on up. And first thing, if you can give me your full name, that would be fantastic.
Yep. My name is Patricia Salakian, and I live at 580 Johns Pass Avenue, next door to this property.
And ma'am, spell your last name for me, please.
S as in son, Olakian.
All right, ma'am, what would you like me to consider?
I would just like you to know that the addition that they're putting on is on my property side, and I don't have a problem with it.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate that. Are there any other members of the public that would like to comment in regard to VAR 20-23 for the property located at 578 Johns Pass Avenue? All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and close the public comment period. Based upon the city staff report and the information submitted by the applicant, I do find that all of the necessary criteria have been met to grant the variance without any conditions, so I will go ahead and approve the variance and give my order. You guys are welcome to stick around, or you can leave. Thank you very much. I'll send the order in the mail.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We ready to move on with the code enforcement?
The code enforcement case is going to be withdrawn.
Okay.
This is a submerged land case, and we needed to renotice it to make sure that we picked up all the appropriate people, and so that'll probably come to you next month.
That sounds fine, Mr. Trask. Is there anything else before me today?
No, sir.
All right, that concludes today's hearings. Staff has run off, Mr. Trask, so I'm going to give you, or no, they're still in the back. I need to give the exhibits to somebody. So that will conclude today's hearing. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.